Welcome back to the Rockies franchise on MLB The Show 21. We're continuing Season 2 today and have a lot of action to get through. The first two games were actually streamed on the channel over the weekend. If you want to watch the full version, they are linked in a card in the top right. But today I wanted to go through the rest of April, which didn't start out great with us starting out 1-9, but then sweeping the Diamondbacks going into our first action of the year against the LA Dodgers. Of course, now the team that's won the last two World Series. They're the team everybody is chasing. Here are the Rockies going for their fourth consecutive win as Will Smith with a base hit into right scores Cody Bellinger. Dodgers go up 2-0 with Yonny Chirinos on the mound. Chirinos strikes out Zach McKinstry, and he goes 5 innings in this game, allowing 6 hits, 2 runs, getting 2 strikeouts. It's a decent start against a really good offense, but the Rockies had no hits through 5 innings against Tony Gonsolin. We drew a bunch of walks, and then Garrett Hampson leads off the 6th inning with our first hit of the ballgame. Javi Baez gave us that walk-off winner against the Diamondbacks, 4 home runs already this season. And Gonsolin misses outside. 3-1 to Baez, and Gonsolin misses high. This was walk number 6 for Gonsolin. 2 aboard, Ryan McMahon, 0-2, gets a fastball right down the middle and pops it up into right field. It has not been a very good start for Ryan McMahon. 2 outs, 2 on for the Rockies. Josh Fuentes down the line on the first pitch, and this one is fair. Fuentes with another big extra base hit as Baez comes around and the Rockies tie the game. It seems every episode Josh Fuentes is coming through with big extra base hits. This one just fair down the right field line. Tie game, 7th inning, Robert Stevenson comes in and strikes out Will Smith. 2 down, runner on second for Chris Taylor, and Stevenson strikes him out as well. Rockies with a solid pitching performance to this point, but at the same time, just can't get the offense going the way you would like. Sam Hilliard strikes out against Caleb Ferguson, and then Javi Baez swings and misses at the 97-mile-per-hour fastball. We put Michael Givens in the game in the 8th inning, trying to keep it tied going into the 9th. He strikes out Mookie Betts, then Cody Bellinger 3-2. He's out in front of the slider. Another great inning of relief. Now the Rockies couldn't get anything in the top of the 9th, and in the bottom, soft ground ball to the right side. Joe Smith gets us through this inning, and we go to extras against the Dodgers. One of our most impressive pitching performances of this young season, tied despite having only 2 hits through 9 innings. Coming off the bench, we have Raimel Tapia. Runner on second base, of course, the extra inning rule, and an 0-2 line drive into center field. Tapia comes through. Rockies get the run that you're banking on getting here in extra innings. Of course, you want to get that second run to feel a bit better about your chances, but Baez strikes out. We go bottom 10, already having used our closer, Michael Givens. So we're going to Darren O'Day, who has been excellent to start the year. 7 shutout innings. Starting off against A.J. Pollock, fly ball left field. Not going to be one that you can tag on. Then Gavin Lux, 3-2. Darren O'Day walks him. Winning run aboard for the Dodgers as we go back to the top of the order. Edwin Rios getting ahead in the count. And this starting to look like it could be trouble for Darren O'Day. Rockies go with a mound visit, try to settle him down. He comes back, big fastball in the outside corner. Gotta get that second strike in, misses inside with the slider, loading the bases. That brings up Zach McKinstry as O'Day is able to get him to chase the sinker to get ahead in the count. 1-2, and McKinstry looks at a pitch left up for strike 3. Darren O'Day 1 out away, but it's Mookie Betts at the plate. 0 for 4 on the day, base is loaded, a huge opportunity to take this game and end our winning streak. 0-1, good slider, low and away. Darren O'Day ahead in the count, just one strike away. And Betts chases the slider. Darren O'Day slams the door, and the Rockies get their 4th consecutive win. Great way to respond after a 1-9 start. And we do it without having a great day of offense. We beat the Dodgers, getting 3 hits in 10 innings. One of our best pitching performances perhaps of the series, as we got 9 strikeouts as a team, but 8 of those came from the bullpen, where it seems we could be a lot better this season. I love having Michael Givens as the closer, although I want him to pitch more than just the 9th inning this season. Darren O'Day's doing a really good job. Robert Stevenson, Sir Anthony Dominguez. We end up winning that series against the Dodgers. 2 games out of 3, that's all you're hoping to do. This game also took 10 innings. We beat the Dodgers, getting 4 hits this time. Twice in this series, we win because of the pitching. This time a start with Andrew Heaney. Givens gets save number 3. After this series, we get a 2-game road series against the Oakland A's. But I wanted to make a roster move ahead of this matchup with Connor Joe, easily the most impressive player down at AAA to start the season. 5 home runs, easily leading the team, batting over 400. It's time to bring him back up to the major league level. We'll send down Jonathan Daza. We'll see how he does down at AAA, hoping to see him hit for a pretty good average. And let's get into this one. Rockies and the A's. Both teams under 500. Rockies 6-10, trying to recover from that 1-9 start. And we get to take on Zack Greinke, the veteran pitcher, in this matchup. I knew this would be a really different matchup just based on the way he pitches and the velocity. His numbers weren't very good 3 starts in, and we get a base hit the other way from Sam Hilliard here in the 2nd inning. And Connor Joe is starting in this matchup, batting 8th, first big league at-bat of this season. Greinke misses inside, and the count runs 2-2. And Connor Joe goes the other way. Base hit right field. Hilliard stops at 2nd. 2 aboard for Colorado. And Dom Nunez hitting .273, one of the best averages on the team. And this base hit to right scores Hilliard. Rockies strike first. We have German Marquez on the mound in this one after a terrible spring training. Seth Brown sends this one the other way, and it goes all the way to the warning track. 2 down in the 2nd. Nomar Mazara. Both teams here wanted to sign him in the offseason. He chose the A's. Marquez strikes him out. Top of the 3rd. Adam Duvall's been struggling this season, but he will reach on an error and take 2nd base here with the massive foul territory in Oakland at this football stadium. Josh Fuentes got a big double in the first game and comes back with another one to bring home Adam Duvall. Bottom 3, Oakland trying to answer back. Runner at 3rd. Solano to Baez. Strong throw. Perfect. Marquez with 3 zeros to start the day. Here's Connor Joe leading off the 4th inning. 0-1, he's going right down the line. 2 hits the other way. This time Joe rounds first, and he will get into 2nd with the double. Great first game after being called up for Connor Joe. Now, the big story here early in this game was Greinke having issues finding the strike zone consistently. And in all 4 of these first innings, we ran the pitch count to like 20 plus. He walks Dom Nunez. We get to Adam Duvall, 2 on, 1 down. 85th pitch already, and Duvall grounds it to 2nd, and the A's turn 2. But that would be it for Greinke's day, only getting through these 4 innings. Bottom 4, still 2-0. Soft grounder over to Fuentes. Out at 2nd, the Rockies turn 2. Oakland struggling to get anything going on offense, but in the 6th, base hit Donovan Solano. A's get 2 aboard. Marquez trying to get that quality start taken care of, but the 6th inning not starting how you would hope. And then on a 3-2 pitch, how is that not called a strike? That's the worst call I've seen play in this game, in this series. Marquez leaves with the bases loaded, and in comes Ryan Castellani trying to get out of this inning. Castellani hasn't been great in his first 9 appearances and immediately throws a wild pitch. It gets away from Dom Nunez and the A's score a run. Matt Chapman 3-2, high fly left field, deep enough to bring a second run home and tie the game. Still a runner at second base, Seth Brown, 1-2 out in front. Castellani gets out of the inning, but the A's tie it up. In the 7th inning, Jake Diekman, the lefty facing Adam Duvall. We brought in Duvall to face lefties, and he draws the walk. 2 aboard for Javi Baez, 2-2 count, and a drive into deep right field. This one's going back, and Baez has number 5 of the season. A 3-run homer, opening up this game 5-2 Colorado. We're getting the power we expected from him. Cam Bedrosian comes in to end the 7th, and Fuentes takes him out to left field. This one is gone. Josh Fuentes with number 4 of the season. He's second on the team in home runs. Now it's 6-2. In the 8th inning, they go to Trevor Rosenthal, and he gets into some trouble here, hitting Dom Nunez. And then Tapia, deep right field. This one's way gone. 3rd homer of the day, and the 3rd pitcher that the Rockies took yard. I really think that this was all set up by the beginning of the game, getting Greinke out after 4 innings. The first reliever they brought in actually did a really good job, but then everybody else seemed to give up the power, and we see the potential in this offense that I've been talking about since the spring. Hilliard gets the triple, Garrett Hampson, fly ball into center. Now here's Ramon Laureano, one of the best arms in the outfield, and we test him, getting Hilliard home just ahead of the throw. 10-2 Colorado. That's what this offense is capable of. We give Ben Bowden the 9th inning, and he gives up the lefty long ball to Nomar Mazara, his 3rd of the season. Then Sean Murphy, that's a base hit getting into left field. Elvis Andrews, the veteran shortstop, he's gonna fly this one out to deep center, and it almost leaves. 1 down in the 9th. Ben Gamel, he'll go into left center field, no problem. Bowden having a lot of struggles in this inning, giving up a lot of hard contacts. Donovan Solano over to 3rd, and the Rockies do end the game, winning it 10-4. I really like this game because it just showed like this offense has the chance to get hot at any time. And we set it up, being patient, getting to the bullpen, and they ended up having 4 bullpen pitchers give up runs. So 2 very different wins to start this episode, but I think they help show the progress we've made as a team. The bullpen appears to be better, and the offense should be a lot more potent. We end up winning both games in Oakland, and 7 of 8, as John Gray goes 7 innings the next day, allowing no runs, as the Rockies pick up another win, this time with a shutout. After that, we take on the Dodgers again. The win streak comes to an end. We drop 3 of 4 against them, not really doing well against their pitching once more. They end up winning this game 10-1. This was more of a game where our bullpen struggled. We had Ben Bowden come in. He gave up 3 runs. Castellani gave up a couple, and 3 unearned runs. So defense is also a concern. I want to make another roster move now, and with Ben Bowden's struggles and the fact that he's a 65 overall, we need to get him some more reps down in AAA. Last season, he made the roster, I think just because the bullpen wasn't deep enough. Now we're going to bring up Austin Gomber, who started at the major league level, but now I want him to be that lefty long relief pitcher. He didn't have the best spring, and that's why he started down at AAA, but he seemed to rebound his play, at least pitching at that level. So let's get into our next matchup today against the Chicago Cubs. Javi Baez taking on his former team, That's off to a 14-7 start, playing some really good baseball. We get Jon Gray on the mound this time, and his last 2 starts have been excellent. He's gone 7 innings in both. So here against the Cubs, I was looking forward to how he'd pitch, and the leadoff man, Nico Hoerner, takes him yard to start the game, 5th of the season. Well, I guess he's not getting the shutout this time, and here is the Cubs lineup. They still have Rizzo, Chris Bryant, Wilson Contreras. They didn't lose much beyond Javi Baez. This one's jammed into shallow right, and Rogers can't get to it in time. And then Ian Happ grounds it over to Rogers, and what should have been an inning-ending double play ends up being another error for what seems to just be a bad Rockies defense. They replaced Javi Baez's bat with former Seattle outfielder Mitch Haniger, who strikes out. Jon Gray finally gets the first inning over with. It took 26 pitches. In this game, we took on Adbert Alzolay, who came in with a good ERA, but a lot of walks. And I wanted to see what Javi Baez could do against his former team. 1-1. Good slider low in the zone. Baez falls behind. And Alzolay strikes him out on the fastball, striking out the side in the first. In the second inning, Jon Gray hoping for a faster one. He does strike out Jock Peterson. And the second inning did go much better. Bottom of the second, Sam Hilliard chasing a changeup low as Alzolay strikes out the first 4 batters he faces. One of our coldest hitters to start the season has been Adam Duvall, who got a great pitch to hit, slider left up. Still no homers on his season, batting just over 100. Nico Hoerner led the game off with a home run and follows that up with a hit down the left field line. Didn't get the double he wanted there, so he just steals second base, ends up there anyway. Ian Happ at the plate trying to bring him home, and Happ singles into center field, and Nico Hoerner comes around to score. 2-0 Cubs, bottom 3. Connor Joe playing once again and delivering the Rockies' first hit of the game. That brings up Dom Nunez, who is just so good at reaching base. He's hitting .319 this season, works the count, and takes full 4. 2 aboard for the Rockies. They might have something here. Jon Gray trying to bunt them into scoring position, and Chris Bryant with the aggressive play gets the out at second. Jon Gray reaches first. That brings up Raimel Tapia getting the start, and he lifts this one into left field. It's deep enough, and the Rockies bring home their first run. Really impressed by Tapia in this episode, giving us good at-bats in every game. 2-1 Cubs, top of the 4th inning, and Contreras gets this one past Brendan Rodgers. Would like to see him come up with one of these tough plays, but the Cubs 2 aboard. Jock Peterson 1-2, and this is scorched up the middle, base hit. Tapia comes up throwing, but it is not in time. Cubs extend their lead. Nico Hoerner, third at-bat, grounds it to Baez. His throw takes Rogers off the bag. They get nobody. The inning should be over. This defense is really holding the team back, and this is such a simple throw here. Bases loaded. Tony Wolters, the former Rocky. Jon Gray gets ahead. 2 strikes. Wolters, right center, landing safely. Another run scores. Tapia throwing home as the second run is in. 5-1. It wasn't Jon Gray's best start, but at the same time, the defense isn't helping out the starters. Probably should have taken him out, but Bryant lines one into right, and the Cubs go up 6-1. The game looks like it's pretty much out of control now, but with this offense, you have to battle back in situations like this. Adam Duvall doesn't even flinch, takes the hit by pitch. He'll reach base, 2 aboard. Here's Brendan Rodgers. A 2-2 pitch. He lines it right back up the middle, and Hilliard comes around as the Rockies answer back with 1. I've been praising the bullpen today, and now the Rockies really need a good performance with already 6 on the board, and we're only 4 innings into this one. Hit it pretty well, but Adam Duvall basically playing short makes the play. And then Contreras into center. Austin Gomber comes in. An 11-pitch 5th inning, not too bad for his first appearance of the season. And then in the 6th, facing Nico Horner, he strikes him out. And Tony Wolters will look at strike 3. 2 solid innings for Austin Gomber. Getting a couple zeros on the board, buying the offense some time if they can start to generate some offense. But Adbert Alzolay was putting in a solid outing. Baez misses a slider left up and then strikes out on the high fastball. 6th strikeout for Alzolay. In the 7th, I wanted to see if Gomber could continue his day as Bryant sends this into deep right field and leads off the 7th with the double. Gomber stays in the game. Facing Anthony Rizzo, he gets him to chase the changeup. Big strikeout for out number 2. Then we switch pitchers, go to Ryan Castellani, 3-2. Another big strikeout. I've been really impressed by the bullpen's ability to get those big strikeouts. Still a 4-run game. Now the Cubs into their bullpen as Connor Joe goes to right center field. And he rounds first, wants another double and gets there. How about Connor Joe's play in this episode? We go to our bench. Here's Josh Fuentes taking on Robert Stock. Fuentes hitting 198. High heat up and in at 99. The 2-2 is driven out to left field. This one is gone. Fuentes does it again. The high fastball works so well, and then Stock left the slider up and in. This time Fuentes connects. That makes it a 2-run game. And the Cubs already go to Craig Kimbrell in this situation. Raimel Tapia, how about the episode for him? Definitely going to be getting more starts here coming up. Charlie Blackmon, haven't talked about him much in this episode. The average isn't all that high for him, but he does draw the walk. And now, Javi Baez represents the go-ahead run for the Rockies. Can't connect against the curveball from Kimbrell. 0-1 fastball, and that was the pitch he needs to drive. 1-2. Kimbrell gets him at 99. Baez not having the game he was hoping for against his former team. 2 down now. Sam Hilliard drives one to deep right field. This one's out of reach. It touches down on the warning track. A run scores. Here comes Charlie Blackmon. Relay throw. Just in time. And he's thrown out. Almost a game-tying double. 6-5. Rockies making it close and the bullpen continuing to get big outs. Scott Oberg on the mound. Nico Horner on the ground. Baez ends the inning. Another chance for the Rockies to tie the game at 6. And Adam Duvall pops up a curveball right down the middle. I don't know what's going on with him this season. Brendan Rodgers takes the breaking ball the other way. Nice hit there, staying with that pitch on the outside. Then Connor Joe jammed over to second. Cubs turn 2. We head to the 9th. 6-5. Hoping to keep it that way, we give this inning to Michael Givens. I want him to get a lot of innings like this, beyond just save opportunities. Tony Wolters leads off. Lined into right field, and Charlie Blackmon can't make the play. Tapia's backing it up, but Wolters, around second, leads off the inning with a stand-up triple. And then Chris Bryant, base hit into left, and this one's going to get all the way to the wall. I was frustrated there by the hit and wasn't even controlling the left fielder. Saw him move a few steps, thought he might just keep on going all the way to the ball. After that, Anthony Rizzo with a very frustrating at-bat. Just fouling everything off, not even taking a couple of these. Eventually Givens strikes him out, but it took a while. And after that, full count here to Mitch Haniger, missing inside. He draws the walk. Wilson Contreras, he draws a full count as well. Pitch count really getting up there. Bases loaded, now 31 pitches in. And do you think I took Givens out of the game? No. Jock Peterson did. To right center field, almost a grand slam. Cubs with a huge ninth inning. A really frustrating one. Definitely not putting all of this on Givens. He was due for a down outing, I guess, but defense on top of it, and then me leaving him in probably a little too long, ends up leading to a Cubs 10-5 victory. I like how we battled back. Bullpen was able to settle them down after they got 6. But I feel like the games in this episode really show where this team is at and the progress we've made. The way we got those first 2 wins, the way we competed in this game, but then lost it at the end, also shows where we still need to get better. Overall, I'm happy with a lot of what I'm seeing this year from the team, and that's while we have 3 key hitters who are really struggling. Adam Duvall, 56 at-bats, 1 RBI, no home runs, hitting 107. Ryan McMahon, 1 home run and 80 at-bats. We're also not getting the best play from Garrett Hampson, and that's why Raimel Tapia is getting some more starts. And we're not getting great play either from Charlie Blackmon, so I might be doing some more things in the outfield and giving more players opportunities. And I'm not sure what to do with Adam Duvall's struggles because there's just nothing happening when he's at the plate right now. The pitching is doing a little bit better. I think the bullpen is definitely the area where I think we've gotten the most improvement from. They're keeping us in games in a lot of times, and we're not allowing a lot of home runs. There's a good chance I think that regresses a little bit. Maybe we've gotten a little lucky in that department. So we're going to need to pick up the offense. It wasn't good enough today. Outside of that big 10-run game, that was a lot of fun. I've also been doing a better job of making sure I manage the scouts on a day-to-day basis and not just every couple weeks, so I can get a lot more players scouted. And it's a big year because we're going to have the number 1 pick. Any prospect here we could take. So what do? I'm thinking about scouting mostly these starting pitchers and trying to get just an amazing pitching prospect, and I'll be showing them as I find them in the episodes going forward. But we're now into the month of May, 9-14 on the season. What do you think of the Rockies this year, everybody? I do plan on doing more streams and getting extra gameplay that way. It was a lot of fun getting those first 2 games of the episode. I hope you're enjoying the action in Season 2. Please leave a like if you are and subscribe to the channel. There's more Rockies franchise coming your way soon. Have a great day.